Well, hey guys, I'm going to be playing some suicide chess, or known as anti-chess, on lichess.org. I think this is a very unusual website. I almost never use anything but chess.com, but I'm going to try playing different variants because chess.com does not really have opportunities to play variants. So let's see what's going to happen today. I'm excited. Let's see how long that seek lasts. I think it might pause the recording if I don't get it immediately. Hopefully I get something immediately. Huh. Well, you know what, guys? I'll pause the video for a little bit. Sorry about that. Alright, guys, we have got a taker here. His name is Faridith. Okay, in any case, we are playing 3 checks. Not 3 checks, I'm sorry, that was another, whatever, we're playing Suicide. And, well, this is going to be really fun, isn't it? Man, oh man, there's so many possibilities. B5. Okay, he's gonna go knight b5 anyway. Might as well take that, right? Okay. Bishop a6, knight c7, bishop e2. What is going on there? Okay, let's go for it. This looks crazy. He's gonna have to play knight takes a7 or here. I'm not really sure what he should do. He's got to take something now. And then I'm gonna take on e2, and let's go for these long complications. Not very clear stuff at all. Wait, knight c7. Maybe I do have to play queen c7. Yeah, maybe I do. Okay. And then we'll just take on e2 or f1 next turn in any case. I'm not really worried about the whole ordeal here. I don't mind my position. I think I'm doing okay. And Suicide definitely is a game that has no clear evaluation, in my opinion. It's clear that you could be losing all your material, but you could have a pawn at the end and still lose. I mean, it's just a very concrete game, in my opinion. It's very sharp stuff. Um, since since it's so dramatic, yeah, I'm not really sure what he should do. I'm puzzled, to be honest. I'm going to be sacking my queen and sacking my bishop soon. I just have no idea what's going on. Yeah, I mean, this guy is just baffled as much as me. Um, I just literally have no idea what I'm doing. I just know that the rook is the worst piece in Suicide. I've been practicing with off and on, not lately, but in the past with members at my old high school that I used to play with a lot. They taught me a lot for sure. Now here, I wonder, bishop takes or queen takes? It's all good. I'm pretty sure that queen takes this is all good, and I can just take on e2 or f1, and it's a normal position. Okay, let's take there. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Queen h7. What the heck? What is going on here? Let's see, queen e1, queen h8, queen f1, queen. Nah, that's just way too complicated. Too many possibilities to calculate there. Let's see, if we make it simple with rook h7, bishop e2. Oh, he wouldn't take with the bishop. He has to take with the knight, doesn't he? Or take with the king even. So he's going to take with the knight or the king, I think. Probably with the king, to make sure his pieces don't get active. The last thing you want in Bughouse is having active pieces, so you definitely want to avoid that. And I think I'm going to take on h2 with my rook, because that's forced. And I think I'm going to let him have my knight here. We're going to take that, take that. Okay, that's looking very promising, I think. I also have to be careful about this knight coming in. This could be a dangerous piece. Like, I can't push my d pawn up or f pawn up because he just sacks on it, and I can't do much about it. Okay, let's move this knight out here. I think that's a safe place to develop. my pieces. The problem is I just can't move after this, I think. Like, we're very much stuck in this, this state of not moving, really. So let's bring the knight here. Maybe we can go knight d5 if we're lucky. Maybe. Yeah, he's trying to figure out his development too. I have no idea what's going on. Just, it's a terribly complex position, isn't it? Queenside castling, is this possible? Ah, why don't you let me castle? Huh. Oh my god, that is just terrible. Terribly complex stuff here. Knight b5? Knight b5... Knight b5 d4. Knight takes d4. Nothing comes to... Can my knight be lured in somehow? Gosh, this is just terribly complex. Maybe not. I can play knight e2 then. Okay. I just want to trade off this knight, I think. He can play d4, and I think this is what I want. Okay, he does that first. I don't really care, but he's going to play d4. Oh no, I forgot about this. Oh no. King of 2 maybe. Okay. I wonder if I can promote to a king. Yeah. Yeah, I can. Wow. Interesting. Okay, let's promote to a king. That's interesting. Okay. Well, maybe I'm just lost anyway. Yeah, it's really possible. So he's just gonna play d4 or something. He's gonna have to lose the tempo somehow. And here it's just like, can I do something to prevent the onslaught, right? So, I mean, I think he's gonna win. He's definitely gonna win this, I think. Okay, if I take d4, e5 takes here. Yeah, I don't know about that, to be honest. Okay, let's go for it. Okay, we'll just sacrifice. I definitely want to get rid of my f pawn here. This is such a tricky position. Goodness gracious. King here. Ah, he's gonna win. He's probably just gonna promote to a knight and somehow win this game. And stalemate wins for white here, so I can't afford that. I just don't know what to do. Rook, interesting. Why would you go with the rook? Yeah, now I win. Wow, that's just weird. I don't know why he would let me win. I wanna see if there's a chat here. GG, that was weird. Promoting to knight wins, maybe? In any case, I'm always open to a rematch. I don't really care about the rating system. I don't really care at all about the ratings here, so not really sure. What should I open with? I have no idea what I should do. This looks okay. Oh, I forgot it's not regular chess. Oh, you can just go e5 and give up a pawn. Oh, terrible. And in fact, I think g5, knight g5, a f6. Knight h7, rook h7 is good for black. Dang it! I completely allowed that. I wasn't even thinking. I should have played e3 or d3 on the first move. That would have been acceptable for me. I completely messed up. Oh, thankfully he didn't play f6. I think after f6 I might be in really big trouble. Okay. Let's go e3. Oh, you can play h5, but it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I don't mind it. There's little tricks here and there that I can work with. h5, queen h5, and rook h5, rook g1, rook h2, rook f1, rook takes g2. These are little small things that are interesting, to be honest. Okay, let's take that. Force b4. Play c3. Force him to take there. Oh shoot! I just forgot. Yeah, he can move the rook. Yikes! God, he has to take here. What is going on here? Take here. Okay. So queen takes c1, c7. Oh, it might even be, I don't know, just so tricky stuff. Let's see, rook takes d7. Doesn't really help me at all. Yeah, I mean, it just takes one more pawn, so it doesn't do much, does it? Okay. And now here's the tricky part. Where do I place my king? Let's play the queen into a3. I don't see a way for him to kill me yet. Queen h2 is just bizarre. I don't know what's going on there. I just cannot calculate that. Okay. I don't see an immediate win for him or anything, so it looks like it might be okay here. The rook is just the worst piece ever in suicide chess or anti-chess, in my opinion. So I just don't like working with it. At least the rook. I mean, it's just hard to work with. It's hard to get rid of and very difficult to work with, in my opinion. Huh. Yeah, I just have no idea what's going on here. A lot of possibilities, nothing that great here. Probably I'm going to rule out queen takes f7. I don't like my queen being unprotected there. I want it to be attacked. The opposite of real chess, is it not? um, Okay. Queen takes e3. This just looks like the most normal move in the world. Yeah, it could be. Probably it's a good move. And I can just go queen h6 no matter what his move is next turn. I think that's very acceptable for us to go there and try to win this position. Yeah, it might be really a forced win, this position, for us. We have to be cautious. I mean, this is just bizarre stuff. So I'm going queen h6 no matter what next move. I wonder if I can pre-move that. Probably I can. Yeah, very, very complicated stuff. I wonder if I can castle. Wouldn't that be funny? No, probably can't. Still can't castle. I have no idea what's going on. It's just terrible. Terribly complicated. Terribly. d3, knight f6. That is just not good for us. King e2, knight f6. But a d3 knight f6 g4 though. Okay, fine. That's very acceptable for us. Okay, let's go d3. It's not so clear what he should do. Maybe rook h7 and try to pass on the move to me. I'm not really sure about the entire thing. I don't think you can offer draws in this game, by the way, can you? Oh, you can. Wow. I didn't think draws were possible in Suicide. That's really cool. Okay. If I place another piece on a light square, what happens? Wait, I have to watch out for knight d5 when I'm almost provoked to play f4. But that's kind of a trap, isn't it? Okay, okay. Yeah, that looks okay. He has to be really careful where he places this knight. I don't know who's better. I think maybe black is better. I can't tell. Because he has a lot more pieces to just throw away, and my pawns are harder to get rid of. And I feel like his rook is in a slightly better position being covered by his active king. Of course, these are ridiculous things to be saying in a normal chess game, but hallelujah when it comes to this game. Let's see, h4, king h4, rook h4, rook h4. Not convinced that that's good for us. Not really. But I don't really have another choice, do I? He's just going to go king g4, knight f5, rook somewhere, and I'm toast. Okay. f4. Oh, probably is a win, right? g4. Yeah, I think that's a win. There we go. GG. Well, very strange. I thought maybe I was worse. I couldn't tell. Very strange stuff. Okay, well, guys, we'll play one more game against the same guy here. Suicide is just very tricky stuff. Okay, definitely do not develop the knight out in the opening again. That is one thing for sure that we have to avoid. Let's get this bishop out for sure. You can play knight h3 and we trade off a little bit there. e3 is a little bit overrated, I think, in these kind of positions. I'm very surprised. Okay. So I have to take the queen. Oh no, I think I'm in trouble. Oh no. Am I in trouble? Yeah, I am in trouble. Crap. Yeah, I'm probably lost here. Against a good Suicide player. I think I'm just totally lost. Or maybe not now, but he has to take there. D4. Yeah, dang it. I don't think I'm dead yet, though. I don't think so. Luckily, I can take this b3 pawn and he has to recapture, so I think I'm a bit out of the woods right now. I just hope that he lets me breathe, like bishop h6 or something, you know? That would be a little bit more interesting, right? What I'd love for him to do is just play like b4 or something and just help me out here. I don't know. Maybe I'll do something. I'm not really sure what I should do. Yeah, something like that is definitely possible. Okay, let's take. He's going to take with the pawn, of course. This queen is in a terrible spot. It's just a terrible piece. Okay. If I go here, I can prevent his knight from developing because he has to take at some point. So you can't move out his knight this way. Knight f3 is met by g5. G5, knight takes g5, king f7, and I think I'm in okay shape there. Maybe rook g8. Knight takes here, knight c6, right? And yeah, that's probably a good move. King e2 is looking like a very good move. Okay, let's develop our king. I feel good about that. I like it. Yeah, I know, guys, this looks absolutely ridiculous, but what else are you supposed to do, you know? It looks like this move is forced. Yeah, it's probably a good move too. I'm almost in Zugzwang territory though here. I don't really know what to do. You know, f3 was a really good move by him. Man. Yeah, I'm getting crushed there. Queenie here? I don't understand anything here. Okay. Hopefully that works. Something like that. I don't understand this at all. Maybe queen a4 if I'm lucky. I need to get rid of this queen. This queen is just hindering my development. I should have gotten rid of it early. Note to self for the next Suicide Bughouse game, right? Yeah, that's probably a good move, to be honest. Queen c6 maybe. But queen c6 he can play knight e2, that's a problem. Okay, that's terrible for us. Queen c6, knight e2, queen f3, rook b2, or queen c6, knight h3, queen f3, rook b2. Yeah, I think I'm lost there. Okay. Maybe I'm not. Wait, I just looked at another variation. Queen c6, knight h3, queen f3, rook b2. I think the idea is that I can take on h3, and if the rook moves from h1, I can take on h2. Yeah, that might be acceptable for us. That really might be acceptable for us. But even so, that's just not looking good. I mean, our position is just terrible here. Okay, let's go for it. I didn't look at any other variations. Like, I don't know, like king e3 might be just winning for white. So, like, the idea is that king takes f4 is probably just doing the job. I need to get rid of this queen so badly, though, otherwise I have no chance. White is just much better if not winning. King e3, f takes e3 is forced. Knight e2, queen f3. Well, it's not so easy, though. It's not terribly easy. I'd love to get a5 in. I'm not sure why I didn't play that, actually. I'm being really silly, guys. I don't know what I was thinking there. Why didn't I just push the pawn, you know? a5, that would have been just giving a pawn up, right? So that would have been awesome for us. That didn't cross my mind. Not sure why. And the idea is that a5, b takes a5, queen b8 would have been good for us. Ugh. Oh no. This is the problem with playing chess for so long. You just forget about these ways to drop your pieces, and ways to be creative are limited in your playing ability. It's hard to be creative in a game where you're trying to kill yourself. So yeah, that's not good play by me. I think after queen b8, I'm back in the game too. I'm sorry, a5, queen b8, that kind of stuff. Ugh. Yeah, you can just go king e3 and be much better if not winning. Not really sure what he should do here. I think king e3 is good, and I don't really see another move. Like knight e2, queen f3, knight h3, queen f3, rook b2, b2. Yeah, king e3 just wins the game. Actually, I think it's just a strong move. I think I don't see a defense. And knight h3 no. Yeah, knight e2. I mean, he just makes me take all of his things here. I don't know what he does. Knight c1 or something. Whatever. I need to make sure that this knight somehow stays on the board. Or maybe I'm just losing, actually. Knight e2. Yeah, very good play by me. But play by him, excuse me. Yeah, knight e4. Alright, we'll play it till the end, though. Very well played by him. Let's give him a GG. I think that's very good play by him. He just executed that brilliantly. Okay, we'll play one last game. I lied. Yeah, this is not going to be our last game. This will be, though. Okay, we need to excavate our queen faster this game. That was ridiculous. Ooh, maybe h5, queen h5. I'm not really sure about that position. Okay. Let's take with our king. I can take d2. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Just going to be a massive trade-off here. Yeah, now it's a very difficult situation, very complicated stuff. Yeah, I mean, black's up a pawn, right? So I need to be careful. Up a pawn in the sense that he is one less pawn, so he's up a pawn, I would say. Let's see, knight h3, that looks somewhat interesting to me. But it doesn't really do much, does it? Okay, does e4 do anything for me? Yeah, maybe. Maybe it does. I need to get something in this position for it to make sense. Bishop h6 is good for us, I think, because of king e3, and bishop takes e3, f takes e3 is a very good structure for us, I think. I have a lot of squares that he can potentially be faulty on. He's got to be extremely careful. This e-pawn move is a very powerful one. Bishop g7, e5 is not good for him. He can't really develop this knight anywhere due to the e5 pawn push, and if knight f6, I think I can retreat this knight back to b1, and after knight takes e4, king d1, knight f2, I think I'm in very good shape. Maybe king e1, knight h1, king f2, knight h here. Not very clear. Yeah, maybe that's a good move. And probably developing the king is a good idea, right? Activating our forces here. I don't really see a great continuation just yet. It's kind of interesting to see what he will do. Yeah, it's very, very complicated, of course. Very tricky. I probably can go knight b3. Maybe knight b1 or knight f1. This stuff's terribly complicated. Okay. Well, I don't see a great move here other than knight e2, you know. So king d5, d5 is pretty much trading off some pieces. He can trade off his king, but he's going to trade off some pieces that should be a little bit more favorable for us than given d6 is happening. Oh no, I forget he could go there. Ah, crap. He's going to go rook b8 or something. I don't know. Whatever. Dang it. Oh, I forgot about that. That was a great move by him. Knight c6, and that avoided my eye. Bishop h6, knight f4 is going to sacrifice something, so I don't think he wants to do that just yet. This guy's certainly an experienced player, I'd imagine. Let's check his record. I've never used this website. Crap. Wonder how many games he's played. Apparently he's played 8,990 games. Wow. Very familiar with this format, I'd imagine. Yeah, probably a good move. Okay, let's retreat the knight. We're going to go for bishop g5 and try to go for good position here. h6 might be a good move. h6, bishop h6, rook here. Rook h4, knight h6, rook h6, bishop h6. Yeah, maybe that's good for him. I don't know. Rook g1. I think I'm coming out on top on that line, actually. God, there's so much to freaking calculate here. Okay, rook g1, knight d3, rook g6, hg6 is not good for, not bad for us. I think this variation is probably good for us, but I just don't know how good. And what I'm overlooking is just that he can play knight h3, of course. Yeah, that helps a lot. Oh no. But knight h3 is good for us. I don't think that's bad for us, actually. Knight h3, rook g6, hg6, knight f4, and we managed to sacrifice more than a few pieces, and we're probably in a good shape there. Now that's not easy though, of course. Let's see, a3, knight c4, rook c1, knight takes a3. Ah, that might win. Aha. I need to get rid of my last two pawns here. And I'm just going to continually attack this knight. And I think I'm going to win that. Very, very nice. Yeah. GG. Anyways, guys, I got to go. Thanks for the games. Let's see if we can add him as a friend. Seems like a very good player. Apparently you can only follow people. Unfortunately. I think that's one thing they can maybe add on in the future, just making sure you can definitely play against friends. So really appreciate that game from him. Seems like a good player. So thanks for watching, guys. I found this variant to be very enjoyable. Hopefully I feel like this is not really a true score. I think he's a better player than what was shown in the game because he clearly knows what's going on. He killed me in that third game, and after I messed up. So let's see how many minutes we're on. This is on 34 minutes. Wow. So all right, see you guys. Really appreciate you guys watching that. I loved doing this one. Hopefully you guys are if you guys are interested, I can certainly do this once more. So peace.